Well, once again, everybody, we're here in the green room at iFIBER 1 News Radio, and I've got a great band in studio with me here. We're going to talk with them and hear some performances from the Lady Drinks Whiskey. It's Rick and Pam. How you guys doing? Good to see you guys.
How are you? Doing really good, actually.
It's been a while, Rick, since I've seen you, and things going well with the Lady Drinks Whiskey. Tell us a little bit about the background of the band. How long you guys been performing together?
We've been playing for about 4 years. Started out with me deciding that I wanted to go sing and not take a no for an answer. Went to open mics looking for guitar players or whatever, and went to several. And Rick and I played at the open mic he used to run at the brew house down here. And we played one song with his son. And we just kind of went, oh, hey, that worked. So we started booking shows, and we just been rolling it ever since.
And you grew up around here as well?
I was born and raised in Shelton, yeah.
Very nice.
And at the time, I was living just up on Capitol Hill. I lived in this town for 14 years. So, yeah, we just kind of tripped over each other that way.
Never seen each other before.
It is with musical open mics and things like that. You never know the connections you make. Rick, tell me how long you've been playing and...
Well, so I'm 29 now, since 50, so 35 years.
Okay.
You know, from everything to everything. Just garage band stuff to punk to hardcore to always a rhythm guitar player. Never came forward, and then that's when we met. Because I was kind of working on that stuff.
Where'd the name come from?
We play a lot in the Union area, and we would do shows at the resort or at the golf club, and then down at Robin Hood and a deli and that sort of thing. And we had this one gentleman who was at a lot of our shows, and he would always request a particular song. And sometimes when he'd had a few, he'd request it more than once a night. And so in lieu of going, hey, buddy, tip.
Yeah, there's no graceful way to say, hey, bring up some dough.
So Rick started pointing at me and going, well, the lady drinks whiskey, because we didn't have a name, but I would drink shots of whiskey.
Sure.
And he was thinking, well, maybe this guy will buy her a shot. And I guess probably about, 6 or 8 different times this was happening.
Lady drinks whiskey.
And I just stopped and looked at Rick, and I go, well, I think that's our name, because it's, it's working.
And you guys have been very busy over this last weekend. Most notably, you were at Neyland Park for Music in the Park. And how were those types of performances?
That was really fun.
Yeah,
that
was a
when the
blast.
park's full and you get to look out, and again, a lot of our just the tight knit community that comes and sees us all the time. They're from this area pretty much. So, yeah, when the park fills up and everyone's loving it, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
great
it was great. And they're really good about putting on Music in the Park down there. I think it's a great public service for people to enjoy. You get to go and take your children, and it's a nice
Again,
area.
we can thank the local Rotary,
the
right?
local Rotary. There you go.
Thanks to Skookum for that.
Yep.
And then this past weekend was the inaugural Hoodstock, and you guys performed on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
So in a festival atmosphere. That's got to be
we
fun.
do a handful of those a year, probably 3 or 4, and then some bigger parties, that are outdoors, kind of the same setup. But yeah, I loved it. And those ladies that put that together did such a good job,
They
and really,
did.
I thought the turnout was pretty good.
Yeah, they did a great job. I mean, it was really professionally done.
Very
and
cool.
Kudos to them, and hopefully they'll be able to get that going next year, and maybe get a little more volunteers there for, it's a good cause. So
Talk to me about the music. I know it's kind of a bluesy feel. What do you get some of your inspirations from?
Well, I guess you just feel it, inspirationally, I guess
We
vocally,
play a lot of pop music,
Yeah,
too, older
yeah.
pop from the
It's
70s
covers.
and 60s. So it's kind of a lot of times it's just whatever suits our fancy.
Yeah.
They're not all mainstream pop songs, but,
Sure.
If it works. And, vocally, I've, grown up listening to particular people that, those are songs I pick, like Bonnie Raitt and Lena Ronstadt and Janis Joplin and that sort of thing, because it's just something I've sang all my life. So
You always hear about the great music scene in the Union area and in all around Mason County. Talk to me a little bit about that, the close-knit of all the folks that are out there playing music together, and just everybody and everybody's got...
Now when I live in Olympia and I'm at the shops or stores or that common music area, what comes up often is what's going on out here. With established musicians in Olympia. and it's just, oh, I can't believe, you're coming out. And my son came out of here, who's now plays in 7 bands around the Olympia area, from trail and high ceiling to, from the varmints, we've played with them a whole lot. It's just from the outside looking in, there's a lot of almost envy. Yeah.
It is a very close-knit community, and they're very accepting of outsiders and new musicians and whatnot. And I would go to the open mic at Robin Hood before I ever sang and listen. And then we went out there and played, and that was really kind of neat. It's kind of a homecoming, but that community is truly an artist community still, as it was meant to be from the beginning. And the people there are very welcoming and warm and supportive. And it's just one of my favorite places.
They haven't
to
thrown
play.
things at us yet.
No, not yet.
Coming
No
up,
tomatoes.
just a few days from now, the Tumwaters Farmers Market. It's August 22nd, and the whole lineup or your tour schedule and all that is at whiskeygigs.com.
Yes.
And you can get in touch with Gail McClary, who's the band manager, to get you guys booked. And you do private events, like you mentioned.
Private,
things
yes. So far, we've done it all. No one's invited us to play any stadiums, but
Hey, you never know. The phone call is right around the corner, perhaps. You guys are going to play for us today?
Yeah,
Couple of
that'd be
songs?
nice.
Great. We'll get that set up and have some great music from the Lady Drinks Whiskey right after this.
Oh, this is a Jason Isbell song titled Cover Me Up. Hard on the run, keeps his hands on the gun, doesn't trust anyone. But I thought I knew what I needed was more. I tried to shoot out the sun.
And those days when we raged flew off the page, such damage was done.
But I made it through, 'cause
Somebody knew I was meant for someone.
So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room.
Till someone needs medical help, or the magnolias bloom. And it's cold in this house, and he ain't going out to chop wood.
But cover me up
And know you're enough to use me for good.
I put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond all high. But I sobered up,
Swore off that stuff forever this time. And the old lovers sing, I thought it'd be me who would help him find home.
but home was a dream,
One that I'd never seen till you come along.
So girl, hang that dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room.
Till Pussy Priest breaks open wide and the river comes through. And this old house gets tossed on the stones like a piece of driftwood.
Cover me up.
And know you're enough to use me for good.
So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room.
Till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. And it's cold in this house, and he ain't going out to chop wood.
Cover me up.
I know you're enough to use me for good.
Cover me up.
And know you're enough to use me for good.
Cover me up.
And know you're enough to use me for good.
Ooh, that's a pretty one.
Thank you.
That's a song that's written by Jason Isbell. Just a good old Southern boy, kind of Muscle Shoals based
Sure.
guy.
So once again, you guys are going to be performing on the 22nd at the Tumwater Farmers Market. Also, you've seen all around Mason County and Union, the Alderbrook, things like that. You can check out the website whiskeygigs.com. And you got another one for us?
We're on Facebook and
Oh.
Instagram.
All right. Well, we'll
Wow,
make sure
on the
you-
Facebook.
There
I
you
know,
go.
right?
Hey.
We're up with it.
All right. Let's hear it.
We're gonna do a little Willie Nelson song. It's probably a little early in the morning to be rocking, so we might just go the other direction.
Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. And then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry. Why do I let myself worry? Oh, wondering what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Once again, Rick and Pam, the Lady Drinks Whiskey. Let me scooch on in here. Man, you guys sound really, really good. Thank you for coming in this morning and playing with us and having a good time.
Before noon singing challenge.
Yeah, I know it's a little tough for musicians early in the morning, but you guys did great. So we'll see you at the Tumwater Farmers Market, around the Alderbrook in Union, Robin Hood. Check out whiskeygigs.com and get involved. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram. It's the Lady Drinks Whiskey. Good to see you guys.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks.